And here's a live look at Main Street at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. We'll have all the latest from the Warrior Games. Welcome to DoD News Now. I'm Sergeant Adam Ross. NATO exercises in Eastern Europe have taken on a whole new energy since Russia's incursion into the Ukraine earlier this year. The commander of Allied Land Command, Lieutenant General Bill Hodges, says Russia's actions have put the NATO alliance on alert.
There are not a lot of exercises that have been created in the last 3 months as a response to Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea and aggression in Ukraine. I think the intensity and maybe the participation in some of the exercises has increased. U.S. Army Europe, U.S. European Command, as well as the various NATO headquarters always have a series of exercises in the fall. The nations have their exercises. I think what's different is that the Russian aggression and the determination of the alliance to assure our allies and to deter further Russian aggression has improved the synchronization of these exercises.
General Hodges pointed to the U.S. Army's Sabre Junction exercise, which was reconfigured as the NATO exercise Steadfast Javelin, allowing greater participation and wider impact. More than 200 service members are bringing their fight off the battlefield and onto the playing field at the 4th Annual Warrior Game competition in Colorado Springs. The medal count overall, as of last night, has Army HUA in the lead. We're not sure how Navy Petty Officer Lori Bent feels about that. Petty Officer, how goes the competition?
Well, you know, we have plenty of time for a comeback. The action is happening inside right now as the qualification rounds for the archery event continues. We'll see wheelchair basketball and sitting volleyball kick off later on today. But yes, still more competition to go, so stay tuned. We are focusing on the Navy today as we highlight the different branches throughout this week. We met with retired AT3 Kathleen Ray, a Navy cyclist and swimmer. Ray suffers from a traumatic brain injury and says being here to push herself and motivate others is the best kind of therapy.
You come here and you meet others that are amputees, they have something internal going on, and you're not alone, and you can draw off of others' strengths and weaknesses, encouraging others, so on and so forth, and you really are a true team.
We'll have more from Team Navy coming up, and stay tuned for the Adaptive Warrior Show at 15:05 Eastern. Reporting live from the U.S. Olympic Training Center here in Colorado Springs, Petty Officer Lori Bent, DoD News.
Thank you, Petty Officer Bent. Stay with DoD News for complete coverage of the 2014 Warrior Games and to check out the complete medal count and to see who's in the lead for the Ultimate Warrior title, head to teamusa.org or search Warrior Games on Facebook. The Navy marked the 60th anniversary of the commissioning of USS Nautilus, the world's first operational nuclear-powered submarine, in a ceremony yesterday in Groton, Connecticut. Speaking to an audience that included many who served aboard Nautilus, Admiral John Richardson said the move from diesel-driven engines to nuclear power was an evolutionary step for the Navy.
60 years ago, we ushered in a new era in history as we commissioned USS Nautilus for service to our Navy, our country, and our world. And through it all, she has exceeded all of our expectations and continues to inspire us through her valor, her determination, and her commitment to excellence.
Nautilus was decommissioned in 1980 and is now open to the public as part of a museum of submarine history in Groton.